me much further, you'll go overboard. Keeping an eye out for Almadria's ship?
I'm looking at the ocean.
The ocean?
Yeah. The waves. They help me think. This world is filled with natural wonders. The icy air and white peaks of Cislodia, the lush green glades of Menancia, the harsh wastes of Calaglia. But Menancia has its Lake of Death, and Nias its ruins. And they wouldn't be there if it weren't for that contest.
Say we actually managed to put a stop to the crown contest for good. What do you think will happen between the Danans and the Renans then?
You first.
Well, I want to believe that the coexistence we saw in Menancia can happen elsewhere, too. It's insane for all of us to keep fighting. If Menancia can do it, so can everyone else.
Yeah, I think that would be good too. A world where everyone can get along. At least, that's what I've come to believe.
You sure have changed.
I can't lie to you. Since I was young, I've looked down on the Danans too. But I've seen a lot. And I see things differently now. I've seen so many ugly and terrible things in this world. And yet, they didn't come from just the Danans. And the good things too. They didn't come from just the Renans. Kindness and cruelty exist on both sides. A person's race doesn't factor into it. So, I guess you're right after all, Alphen. I have changed. You know, I've never actually touched another person like this.
Shion.
Ever since I was on Lenegis, I've always been alone. Even after I came to Dana. Always.
And now?
Do you still not remember your past?
No. Sometimes it feels like I can almost remember. But then this mask stops me.
The mask keeps you from remembering why you have the mask in the first place. It's a little ironic, isn't it?
A little. Well, it won't be long now before you're rid of those thorns, you know? Only 2 lords remain. And once you have their master course, you'll be able to create the Renis Alma, right? Then you can... Shion?
Sorry, it's nothing. Promise. You're right, though. It'll all be over soon. I never could have made it this far on my own. I have everyone to thank for that. Including... especially you, Alphen.
Don't worry about it. We're friends, after all.
Yeah, we are.
Wonder how much longer it's going to be before we catch up to Almadria. I'll ask Mahavar.
So, before the game came out, when they showed the trailers and stuff, Shion in the trailers and things seemed like this very generic, bland princess character that had a magic sword inside of her or something. Like, it didn't make sense with the trailer stuff, but we didn't know what was going on. But like, there was nothing that they showed about Shion that made her seem like anything more than a very bland, everyday character. I'm just here to say right now, Shion is one of the best characters I have ever had the experience of meeting in a video game. Like, she's just amazing. I really, really like her, and I think there's still a lot of secrets that she's keeping, and I hope that as she reveals more of what's going on, I continue to find her as fascinating as she is, because she's so well written in general. It's just amazing to me. That ship had a better head start than I first thought. If you want to take a nap before things pop off, now's the time. Okay.
Look who's up! Good timing. We're closing in on her stern as we speak.
That's the ship? She's huge. Law, go gather the others, will you? Think you'll be able to flank them without getting spotted?
Yeah, with the fog as our ally, I think I might just pull it off. Long as we ain't too noisy, we should be okay.
What'll you do if they catch on to us?
Not much I can do. Ship that size, they'll probably blow us to bits before we ready cannons.
Persistent little things. Evidently, I shouldn't have spared the wretched vermin. Hungry already, my dear? Worry not, for you shall have plenty to feast upon shortly.
Perfect. You managed to get us right up beside them.
I'll stay with the ship so we can leave as soon as you're done.
Good. Then let's find Almadria.
Shion, I want to thank you. What brought this on? What you said helped to calm me. Don't mention it.
Okay, is it just me, or should the idea that that ship being as big as it was could destroy your ship before you even got close? Shouldn't that have come into the conversation well before we got there? Because if the fog hadn't been there, wouldn't you just have blown our ship up? Like, I feel like that's something we probably should have discussed before we got to that point of the story. I'm just saying, a little foresight never hurt anybody.
Now that's what I call a ship!
Yeah. The biggest one in all of Mahagsar. So big that it took years to construct.
For all we know, Kelselik may well have been smuggling materials to help build it. In which case it would be yet another mistake on my part.
We don't know that she was only getting materials from Menancia.
You think it's possible that they might have come from elsewhere too? Yeah, I guess I could see it.
But what do you think Almadria plans to do from here on out? now that she's abandoned her realm and sailed out to sea?
She'll be filling her coffers with gold, most likely. Then she'll sit back and enjoy the show as the other lords duke it out. Or something to that effect, at least.
I wouldn't put it past her.
She's strong, yet shrewd, and will stoop to any low. A dangerous one indeed.
She's not the first, and she won't be the last. This is a lord we're talking about, remember?
Sounds like you've made up your mind already.
There was never anything to decide. No one who can smile like that while doing what she did deserves to roam free.
Yeah. Yeah, you're right.
This might not be the best time, but if you have a minute. That mask of yours, it was shattered by a blow from Balsef when you fought back in Calaglia, correct?
Yeah, thanks for the reminder. I thought I was a goner.
Balsef's brute strength was in a league all its own, yet half the mask remains. It's remarkably durable. Too durable to be Danan in origin.
Shion said the same thing. As if the fact I was wearing it meant there had to be more to me than met the eye.
You recalled your name when the mask broke, I hear.
Yeah, that's right. Although to tell you the truth, I'm a little scared what might happen when I lose the remaining half. Then again, the idea of not doing something because I'm afraid scares me even more. That's why I go on fighting.
Only he who first faces the night catches a glimpse of the dawn.
Come again?
It's nothing. Forget I said anything.
Do you sense one of your friends, Hoodle?
A barrier. That may indicate Almadria is near.
Then we've got to find a way to get through somehow.
Let's see if we can find something that'll release it.
Why is there a hoodle, or I'm sorry, an owl on the... Why is there an owl on the ship? Don't want to waste the peach drop.
What is that huge flower-looking thing up there? Is that the ship's engine?
Indubitably. As one might expect, large ships require large engines in order to sail.
And if we destroyed it?
We might well sink the ship. Who knows if we would be able to escape before that happens.
Almadria sure has been busy since the contest began.
This isn't Almadria's doing.
You mean she didn't build this?
The body, yes. However, my guess is that the engine comes from a starship.
A starship? As in one of those vessels used to go to and from Lenegis?
Correct. The technology employed on Lenegis and in starships is more advanced than anything in our daily lives. Almadria may be resourceful, but she could never produce an engine like this on her own.
You mean to tell me we've got even bigger enemies waiting for us up in the sky? My head hurts just thinking about it.
Don't worry about that for now. Just focus on taking care of Almadria.
She sure spared no expense on her castle.
This must be...
The captain's quarters. The presence of the spirit vessel and the sheer extravagance on display can leave no doubt.
There's no one here.
Yeah, but I doubt she's out for a moonlight stroll. You think she jumped ship and ran away again?
I doubt it. The conniving witch is probably up to something.
Agreed. In any case, as long as she hasn't suddenly sprouted wings, she has to be somewhere on the ship. Let's keep looking.
this the ship's cargo? What a pain. I can't see anything past all this stuff.
Be on your guard. For all we know, there could be something hiding around here.
Out of my way!
Now you'll learn! Take this!
This one's mine!
Rising Wyvern! Strike! Soaring Light Spear!
Dance in the wind! Sight
Mirage!
I'll be saving this one!
Strike!
Magna Ray!
Rising! It's almost as strong!
Split it open!
Be my guest!
Glacier
Take this!
fire!
Here!
You're finished! You're mine!
Raging
Here, let me
Here
help.
I come!
Tunnel!
First aid! Going in!
You're mine!
Igneous
Now you
discharge!
see what I can do!
Magna Ray!
My shield!
I'm all stopped up!
Glacial fire!
Tiger
Ah!
First! Raging
Take this!
Cascade! This one's got your name on it!
Ashes to ashes!
Is that like a sleeping dragon? What is that?
Get lost!
You got spirit! You're mine! You're finished! Soaring Light Spear!
Fire in the hole!
Take this!
Light Astral Lightning Blast!
Soaring Light Spear! You're finished!
Dance in the
Move
wind!
on!
One's mine!
Kisara! Go for it!
Prepare to crumble!
My turn!
Lunar Corruption!
Move!
Raging Star!
This one's
Take
here!
Ice Ray!
Soaring Light Spear! It's over!
Raging Cascade!
Take this!
Mine!
You're finished!
Dance in the wind!
Here I come!
Light Astral Energy!
I owe you
You're
one.
mine!
Radiant
You're
Spear!
mine! Rising Wyvern! Not a chance!
This one's mine!
Strike! Rising Wyvern!
Smash you!
You're mine!
Look sharp!
Now!
Spear!
Still!
Pierce, this ends now!
Consider yourself finished.
Let's dispose of the trash.
Yep, it's a dragon.
You're mine!
Annihilation! Magna Ray!
Going in!
Strike!
I'll shoot them out of the sky.
Soaring Light Spear! You're
Tempest
finished!
Hero!
Aim for their weak spot!
On guard!
Gemini Aqua!
Hurricane
Lightning Orb!
Ready and raring!
This one's mine!
Dance in the
Rising
wind!
Wyvern! Soaring Light Spear!
Light Astral!
Mirage!
Going in! Plenty left! This
Dance
one's
in the
mine!
wind!
You're
Air
mine!
thrust! Light Astral! Dance
Here
in
I
the
come!
wind!
Look sharp!
Rising Wyvern! Soaring
Glacial
Light
spear.
Look
Here's
sharp!
evil.
Freeze Lancer! Wind
You're
Astral
mine!
Energy!
It's over!
Steering dance
Take
in the
this!
wind! Reload! Air
Hollow
thrust!
Blade!
Photon blast!
Look
You're
sharp!
mine!
Back into the
Rising
wind!
Wyvern!
For the wind! Air Radiant Pierce!
Here, let me help.
First aid!
Now you've gone and ticked me off!
Here I come! No escape!
And dance in the wind!
Now, while it's reeling!
Take it down.
Hurrah!
Raging tornado! Here's a healing arm!
Rising Wyvern!
I'll take you all on! Ha! Flare Demolisher!
Here's a healing arm!
Piercing roar!
First aid!
Soaring Light Spear!
This one's mine!
Hurrah! You're
Annihilation!
mine!
Hit me! Flame of
Glacial
Fury!
fire!
Radiant
Here I come!
Dance in the wind!
Discharge!
Freeze Lancer! I'll be saving the healing arm!
Piercing roar!
Rising Wyvern! Soaring Light Spear!
guard!
More where they came from!
Soaring Light Spear!
Hurricane
Glacial
Look in here!
spear.
This
Here's
one's
evil!
mine.
I'll be saving this one! Freeze Lancer!
Look sharp!
Air thrust!
Going
Clutch
in.
to handle!
On guard!
Dance in the wind!
On
Air
guard!
thrust! Sight!
This one's mine!
It's over! What the
On guard!
Annihilation!
Hurricane
Here
strike!
of fury! Raging storm!
Rising Wyvern!
Glacial spear.
Pierce
Try
evil!
harder! Now! You're mine!
shot!
Thunderblade!
left!
Take this! It's over!
Glacial
again!
Turn
Here I
away!
come!
Do it!
Law! Demons descend!
Flashing fang!
Okay, not as bad as the last dragon I fought.
That was a little close for comfort.
Did that get rid of the barrier?
We'll just have to go back and check.
I didn't see a bear.